Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Friday. I'm David Carroll.
And I'm Cindy Sexton. Recovery efforts for the victims of Thursday's bridge collapse in Miami are continuing through today. The newly installed pedestrian bridge collapsed yesterday onto a busy road, crushing the cars beneath it.
Officials say at least 6 people were killed, several others were injured, but officials say that number could increase. Several investigations are taking place in addition to the police investigation, including ones by OSHA and the National Transportation Safety Board. Today, a first responder to the scene talked about what she saw and how she reacted.
When I first jumped up, I started screaming to citizens down below to please find me fire rescue or doctors or anybody, and doctors jumped up and started assisting with CPR with one of the gentlemen that was not breathing on his own, and it was amazing to see people come together. It really was. FIU doctors showed up, a lot of people, a lot of support.
Authorities say one victim is confirmed to be a student of Florida International University. No identities of those killed have yet been released.
The method used to construct the Florida bridge is not uncommon. In fact, the Georgia Department of Transportation used an accelerated method to replace one in Dade County. Channel 3's Tim Pham explains why contractors use this method and finds out if bridges in the Tennessee Valley are at risk.
It's been about a year since this bridge in Dade County was replaced with a new structure. The contractor tells us why more companies are using accelerated bridge construction. A 950-ton pedestrian bridge collapsed without warning. The structure was built using what's known as accelerated bridge construction.
It's a technique of being in a hurry.
It's a common strategy meant to finish projects faster, minimize traffic, and be more cost-effective.
The ability to repair bridges quickly has come to the forefront because an awful lot of the interstate era projects, those bridges and that kind of stuff is reaching the end of its life.
Steve Wright of Wright Brothers Construction knows firsthand how the process works. His company used it to construct the State Route 299 bridge in Dade County.
All we did was build it in place and pick it up and move it. That was the accelerated part of it.
Sky 3 flew over the construction last May when the company moved 2 new sections in without shutting down the interstate. Wright says this bridge is fairly simple. You can see in these renderings the pedestrian bridge in Florida was much more complex.
There's some risk that if you don't get them right, then there will be some much bigger forces in the bridge than you might have expected.
The bridge in Georgia took several months to build, then about 60 hours to move into position. The one in Florida took just 6 hours, though Wright says he wouldn't blame the acceleration process for the collapse.
There's a lot of bridges that aren't accelerated at all, that sometimes there are troubles in the actual construction of them. So, my opinion would be that the accelerated part of that has nothing to do with the failure.
Wright tells me he plans to review the investigation in Florida once it's complete and discuss the findings with his staff. Reporting in the studio, I'm Tim Pham, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Well, the company that built the Florida bridge says it's cooperating with investigators, but this is not the first time the company has been under scrutiny. It was sued when a makeshift bridge collapsed and injured a TSA worker at Fort Lauderdale's airport. That case is still pending.